Small businesses come with big responsibilities and big to-do lists. Between managing a team, marketing the business, and staying on top of industry trends, there's a lot to juggle. But one area of work that small business owners can really benefit from outsourcing is accounting. Think for a moment about the last tax season you went through. It can be stressful and nerve-wracking to say the least, and that's not even taking into account the extra work it requires. But there's a really simple way to make tax season less of a burden, and that's by implementing a year-round tax strategy. Hiring a tax professional to advise your business decisions on an annual basis is a much better business decision than simply outsourcing your tax prep each year. Tax professionals have certifications that allow your business to adhere to tax laws, state and federal regulations, and industry-specific rules. Before hiring a tax professional, you'll need to know which kind of tax professional to hire. You'll also want to look for certain qualities that will make your experience easier. Here's what you need to know before hiring a tax professional for your small business. A tax professional can help small business owners comply with IRS regulations and rules and ensure taxes are paid on time. By working with tax professionals, your small business will have assistance in case of a tax audit, save money depending on the tax professional's fee structure, work with someone experienced in taxes and who is up to date with tax regulations, and you'll work with someone who has credentials from the IRS. There are 5 different kinds of tax professionals arranged in 2 categories of representation rights: unlimited and limited. Tax professionals with unlimited representation rights can represent clients on any tax issue such as appeals, audits, collection issues, and payment issues. Those with unlimited representation rights are attorneys, certified public accountants, and enrolled agents. There are also tax professionals with limited representation rights. These tax pros are also qualified to represent clients, but they don't have the same credentials as those with unlimited rights. Those with limited representation rights can only represent clients whose returns they prepared and signed. They can't represent clients whose returns they didn't prepare, and they can't represent clients regarding appeals or collection issues, even if they prepared the tax return. Tax professionals with limited representation rights are annual filing season program participants and PTIN holders. An enrolled agent is a person who represents taxpayers before the IRS. The IRS licenses enrolled agents, and there are requirements that must be met. They must pass an examination and complete 72 hours of continuing education every 3 years. Enrolled agents can represent any taxpayer for any tax matter and represent the taxpayer at any IRS office. A certified public accountant, or a CPA, is an individual licensed by state boards of accountancy, the District of Columbia, and U.S. territories. There are educational, ethical, and examination requirements that CPAs will follow. CPAs have education requirements, meaning the accountant must have studied accounting. A CPA must pass an examination and remain in ethical compliance with state boards of accountancy requirements. Like an enrolled agent, a CPA has continuing education requirements they must meet to remain in practice. A certified public accountant may offer different services such as tax planning and preparation. A tax professional does several things to make sure small businesses remain in compliance with their tax requirements. Tax professionals can help you before, during, and after tax preparation to make sure your small business complies with the most current tax regulations. Tax professionals can help your small business with tax planning. You'll receive advice and guidance to ensure you pay taxes and reduce your tax liability. You may also discuss tax strategies such as considerations for small business income, purchases, tax deductions, and credits that you might be eligible for. It may be helpful to communicate with a tax professional for small businesses throughout the year. Many small business owners opt for a quarterly check-in to ensure they're on the right path with their yearly plan. This is also a great way to be kept abreast of any tax code changes that could affect your taxes. Tax professionals can also help small business owners with their record keeping. They'll help small business clients determine which documents to keep on file and will also maintain documents according to IRS requirements. Tax professionals must keep a copy of the client's tax return and any supplemental information about their taxes. Tax professionals should keep the following documents on behalf of their clients: bank statements, general ledgers, receipts, tax schedules, and tax work papers. Having a dedicated record keeper is an invaluable asset to small business owners, as there are often a wide variety of documents that need to be filed, tracked, and then pulled out again for tax season. Third, a tax professional can also work with you for your small business tax preparation. They can see which tax credits and deductions your small business qualifies for, which can help you lower your tax bill. Tax credits will help small business owners reduce the amount owed, or it can increase your tax refund. Sometimes tax credits may result in a refund if you don't owe taxes. Tax deductions can reduce your taxable income by allowing you to choose from either an itemized deduction or a standard deduction. The last way a tax professional can help is if you're contacted by the IRS. After you file your tax return, there's a possibility that you may receive an audit. If that happens, a tax professional can serve as your representative and can even go with you to represent you during the audit process. As a small business owner, there are things to look for in a tax professional for your small business. Knowing what to look for may not only save money, but will help you choose the best tax professional for your needs. Prior to hiring a tax professional for your business, you'll want to search for certain qualities such as a tax professional's availability options, their history, and their qualifications. The second thing to look for is their fee structure. For the best results, you'll want to know the fees you'll pay beforehand. Something to be aware of as you look for a tax professional is the transparency behind their fees. You should know the cost of services and what exactly you'll get with your fees. You want to avoid tax professionals who charge fees based on your expected refund amount. Tax professionals are a vital resource for small business owners. Remember, a tax strategy is better business than simply getting through tax season. As a small business owner, hiring a tax professional can ensure that you have the answers and representation you need, especially in the case of an audit. When you need business tax advice and business tax preparation, work with the experts. Contact the tax professionals at 1-800-ACCOUNTANT for your small business tax advice and small business tax preparation. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this to be educational, informative, helpful, or entertaining, please like and subscribe, and look for 1-800-ACCOUNTANT on your social media channels of choice.